Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This tutorial will try to demonstrate how the lesson planning workflow works in the Idara MSB software. The workflow consists of 4 steps. Step 1, adding logs in the logbook for the upcoming week. Step 2, adding lesson plans for the periods that have been logged. This step will also include taking help from the lesson plan pool and the feedback and rating of each lesson plan. Step 3, closure of a lesson plan after its delivery. Step 4, monitoring course completion. The system has been designed in such a way that all this can be done by a user from a single page, or in other words, it is the entry point of the workflow. This entry point is the DI book tab inside the lesson planner tab in the menu bar. Let's first get oriented with the logbook page, which as mentioned is the entry point to the system. All the other tasks can be performed from this page itself. On the right side is the number of sessions or periods of a date. If your timetable has been added in the system, it will be displayed here for your cursor. This is your log for this date. The date is mentioned above the log. The date can be changed through the arrow buttons to navigate through the log as required. On the left side is a calendar which can also be used to navigate to a particular date to view or enter its log. The first step of the workflow is to log your periods, which means to log what you have planned to teach on what day. To log a period, simply click on the empty space in front of the period number you wish to enter the login. Then select the class, division, subject, textbook and chapter from the drop downs that you have planned to teach in that period. If the timetable has been entered into the system, the class, division and subject will be filled automatically and you will need to select the textbook and chapter only. The from and to box is to mention the steps from the lesson plan that will be covered in this period, and the teaching age box is to mention the teaching age you will need to deliver your lesson in this period. And then click on update. This entry can be edited and deleted till the date of this particular period. This was the step 1 of the workflow, which was to add logs in the logbook. Now for step 2, which is to add lesson plans. You will notice that the periods that you logged for in the first step have been logged in different colors. The blue color denotes that this period does not require a lesson plan, it has been exempted. The red color denotes that this period requires a lesson plan, but the plan has not been done yet. And the green color denotes that this period requires a lesson plan and has already been done. So to complete the second step, you simply need to click on the red colored periods in your logbook and it will take you to the lesson planner page. Click on add lesson plan and a new page will open with all the required entries already done. Before we enter the lesson plan, let us first understand that the system allows you to enter the lesson plan in 3 ways. The first way is to upload a PDF of a handwritten lesson plan which has all the steps done in it. The second way is a hybrid of handwritten and digital lesson plans. The objectives, resources, and concept map can be uploaded digitally by typing them in the fields here, and the 8 steps of the format lesson plan can be uploaded in a handwritten PDF. The third way is to upload a completely digital lesson plan by entering all the steps digitally by typing them in the provided fields. Now let us get oriented with the lesson planner page. The details of the chapter are mentioned here, which will be pre-populated when you arrive at this page. If you are uploading a completely handwritten lesson plan, you need to keep the PDF of the lesson plan ready and then simply upload it here and the lesson plan is done. If you are opting for the hybrid or the digital version of the lesson plan, then objectives, resources and concept plan can be entered here using these fields. Each objective needs to be entered in a new field by clicking on add more. Same goes for the concept plan. Each concept will need its own field which can be created using the add more button. Once these are entered, then if you are opting for the hybrid version of the lesson plan, you need to keep the PDF ready for the 8 steps of the format lesson plan and upload it here. Click save and you are done. If you are opting for a digital version of the lesson plan, you can click on save and it will take you to the next page which has the 8 steps. Enter the details in the fields and the timings and click on save to submit your lesson plan. If there is any additional material that you need to save, like a PowerPoint presentation, you can zip those presentations and upload the zipped file using this field. If you need to create more than one lesson plan for a chapter, you can click on add lesson plan and create one more lesson plan for this particular chapter itself. If you need to take a printout of the lesson plan, you can click on the print button here and it will be in a printable format. If you need to edit a lesson plan, it can be edited before it is approved by your head by clicking on this button. You can also take help in planning for your lessons from our lesson plan pool by going to the lesson plan pool from the menu bar and navigating to the lesson you want to see the lesson plans of. The number of lesson plans made by other users will be visible on the right hand side of the page. Once the head approves your lesson plan, you can also view the ratings of the lesson plan and feedback given by your head in this very page. The criteria or meaning for each rating can be viewed by clicking on the rating number. If the rating of a lesson plan is 4 or above, it will be added to the lesson plan pool for other users to take benefit from. This concludes the second step. The third step is the closure of the lesson plan. This can be done only after the delivery of the lesson plan. So once the lesson plan has been delivered, you can go back to that date on your logbook and click on the green period which you have delivered. This will take you to the lesson plan page again. Here you will notice that there is a tick mark icon. Click on it and enter the assessment and evaluation points and click on save. You can refer your lesson plan too by clicking on the show lesson plan button on the top. The last step of the workflow is to go to the course completion page by clicking on the course completion tab in the menu bar. Here you will see the percentage of completion of the classes and subjects you have been assigned for this year. You can click on the percentage to view the details of the chapters. This data is fetched from the logbook module. If the data is inconsistent with the actual lessons on the field, you can click on the cross mark to mark that lesson as complete as well. This chart will help you plan your next lessons and how much time should you take to complete them in order to complete the course at the end of the academic year. You can take help for that using this data. This completes the lesson planning workflow. All the lesson plans that you have created are archived in the lesson plan archives. You can refer them from the lesson plan archives tab in the menu bar. Shukran.